Coming to you live from the front porch. Got the camera at a different angle because the wind was hitting the microphone. This will work. Beautiful day outside today. Hey Chip, thanks for joining, buddy. It was a beautiful evening. Said I got to do the live outside today because you don't get many opportunities, to do them. So, hey Cosmo, how you doing, buddy? Chip is number one. Chip is number one. Cosmo's number two, and Everett is number three. Coming up, smoking his K Woody with some haunted bookshop, I believe. Hey Mike, Boris, welcome in. Burley King, he is the Burley King. Yeah. It's Patrick. Let everybody say their hellos. Here's my K Woody. It's on deck. It's on deck. It's not in the batter's box. Hey Odie, Donald. I'm smoking my favorite shape, Labatt. This is you probably never heard of this pipe maker, Philip Rivers. This is a Philip Rivers Labatt. Smoking really fine. I am smoking some Peterson University Flake in that. And Mr. Stumbo, welcome in. And then in the batter's box, I've got a Radice with some Robert McConnell's. Hey, Kurt, welcome, buddy. Some Robert McConnell's original Red Virginia. And then I don't know what I'm smoking in the K Woody after that. But it was such a beautiful day. I told my wife, I said, I'm doing the live outside tonight. Hey, Chad. Enjoyed your live last night, Chad. Yeah, we'll have to get together and talk music one of these days. Karen may make an entrance here in a little bit. I can't keep you away from Karen, so I'm just saying. We're gonna go inside because it's gonna get dark and you all want to see my face, so I'll have to go in there and the lights. But yeah, Karen will be in there. She's lonely right now. Yeah, thank you, Donald, for doing the tailgate. I'm interested to see some more and hear more about your new. Thanks, Odie. I'm interested to hear more about your new job, and I just think it's pretty cool. And I mean, if anybody, I couldn't really recommend anybody better than Donald is doing it as far as doing a cigar shop. So, yeah. Hey Derek, welcome in. So we are headed to the camper tomorrow. We're going to spend a week and 2 days down at North Myrtle Beach in the camper. So I will be off, but I'll be doing the live Thursday from the beach next week. And I'm looking forward to a little bit of rest. Been working hard lately, but it will be nice. Happy Good Friday to everyone. So I saw a pipe today, and I didn't know. I think it was. I don't know much about this company, but I think from what the research I did, it's at a local antique mall, and it's an older pipe, and it's got a red dot on it, kind of like a Dunhill dot, but it's red. and it's got some nomenclature, but I couldn't read it. But I'm thinking it is a bladder and bladder pipe. I don't know if anybody knows anything about it. I think they're out of Canada. This is a pretty old pipe. And I almost bought it. It was $12. But I said, nah, I think I'll go and do a little research on that pipe. But I went on the usual websites, nomenclatures and things like that. Montreal, Quebec, it was bladder and bladder. But I think, I don't know much about them. I've heard a little bit about it. I don't know if it's worth, is it worth $12 to clean it up? And I don't know, so. I can imagine that, Boris. No, don't go to the beach there. I heard Finland is trying to join NATO. That's pretty cool. Russia don't care for that, but yeah, I don't know much. I don't know much about them. I'm still trying to do a little research. So I like to have. Yeah, I figured Mike would know, but Mike doesn't seem too excited about it, so I don't know if I should go get it or not. I guess, yeah, if you wanted to smoke tobacco in it, you couldn't. There's like maybe a cigarette size hole down. There's so much cake in it. So, but I mean, I can get that out. I can clean them up. It's just a lot of work. So $12 is a pretty good deal. They're worth that much. I just don't want to waste a lot of time. I got a whole box full of pipes that I've got to work on. I know that. Ain't many people that do, Boris. Well, I have to bring my kids so they can read the nomenclature. I've got to get new. I have progressives, but my progressives down here, which I can read stuff, I've gotten used to it. So now I can't see nomenclature. So I got to get new glasses, but I'm gonna have to wait because it's tax season and I pay taxes. I have to pay taxes, and it's just not a good time right now to spend $300 on new glasses. So Robert Bladder collectible, awesome. Yeah, there's some nomenclature, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to take my 13-year-old to read it for me. I won't be able to read it. But it's just right down the road. They called me and said, "Hey, we got a pipe in this little antique store." They call me anytime they get pipes in. So, but I'll take her back out there and look at that one. Hey, Todd, welcome in. Hope you are doing well tonight. Yep, this one does too, Patrick. I thought it was like a dun. When I saw it, I thought it's a Dunhill. It's just a dirty dot, but no, it's red. It's red. It's like a Dunhill dot. Hey, Willie, welcome in. The storms, I guess, that went through y'all's last night, they're on the verge of hitting us right now. I don't know if they're falling apart, but it was really dark earlier, so I was like, I'll start out on the porch. Hopefully it ain't gonna rain. I was gonna do it on the back porch, but it was sprinkling a little bit, so I decided to just do it on the front porch. But I wanted to start it outside anyway. That's the thing about this time of year, Kirk, is these cold fronts come through, and the wind is, we've had so much wind this early spring. I don't remember this much wind in a long time. And in Everett, we're done with snow down here, that's for sure. Well, Donald, you got to do what you got to do, man. You got to make that, that side hustle, and You know, got to have a little bit of spending cash that you can do what you want to with without, you know, asking Holly's permission all the time. That's what I do. I got 2 other side jobs that I work just to be able to enjoy the hobby that, you know, doesn't affect our, you know, budget, whatever. So, you know, this time of year, you know, I'm glad that we don't get the snow that, you know, those April snowstorms. By February, we get some, you know, we'll get snow, but after that, I'm done. I'm good with it. I was talking to a lady yesterday. She just moved into our neighborhood. She's from Pennsylvania, and she was just loving the weather down here. So, I was like, yeah, wait till it gets summertime. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, you're going to wish you were back in Pennsylvania when it gets summertime here. Ask Donald Hughes. It's just as bad here as it is down there in Houston. Yeah, well, I went to the business I used to work for was in Texas. Actually, it was in Dallas, Fort Worth area. But I remember driving through Texas, and the roads are like constantly you're up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I asked the people, I was like, "What's up with y'all's roads?" He's like, "Well, you know, we get a normal winter, but in the summertime we get so much heat that the roads buckle." I'm like, are you serious? And seriously, the roads would in the summertime they would buckle. And so it was just a constant up and down, up and down, up and down. So I can't imagine traveling through Texas, you know, for hundreds of miles. I'd be sick. But I guess you got the opposite where you got the wintertime, you got all the salt and potholes and from the scraping. So I guess it goes both ways. Yeah, thunder in the background. Oh, I passed the kidney stone last Saturday. Hey, armchair, welcome in. Yeah, I was at my brother-in-law's. You spend the weekend with him in Lincolnton, North Carolina. We were doing some cooking and stuff, and about Saturday night, I told him, I said, I can't go in the bathroom, and I said, but it feels like my eyes were floating. I went in there in the bathroom, and it shot out, and it was instant relief. uh, we have a like a 800 number we can call for potholes here in North Carolina. If we see one, we can call them and they'll come out and fix it. I'm sure he'll end up dropping in soon, but here's my newest pipe made by Phil Rivara. Some of you have already seen it. I'm just showing the new guys. But it's a nice 30 grams. 30 grams. Nice little Lovat. It's perfect pipe for me. I've never heard of that, Donald. I'll definitely look at that because this was my 15th kidney stone that I know of. Yeah, and Zippo or anybody else. We're on Kirk and I are on Discord group together, so we chat all the time on Discord. If you don't know what Discord is, it's usually for gamers or whatever, but we have a pipe section there, tobacco pipe section, and so you know, all you guys want to look that up and join us. We cut up. We have live sometimes, and Kirk's one of our head honchos there. If you haven't subbed Kirk, you need to sub him because he's a good regular video maker too. Comes out and has some really good, interesting conversations. And a fellow Hoosier. That's right. That's right. Forgot about that. Rare bourbons. I guess you've seen Brian Bean's collection of bourbons. That's amazing. I didn't. Well, I mean, you're one of the, like, when I mean head honchos, I mean like one of the original members. I'm kind of a newbie. Jimmy is the Hoosier Daddy. He never missed a shot, and he did. He missed one shot in Hoosiers. Jimmy did, and that was when Coach Dale was talking to him out there on the little dirt part, and he said something to him and walked away, and he missed his shot finally. That's the only shot that boy missed in that whole movie. So he's the daddy. He's the Hoosier Daddy. It's one of my favorite movies of all times. So yeah, we're gonna head down to get the camper out, and weather's supposed to be nice. We're gonna rent us a golf cart. You can drive on the beach until May, so we can drive on the beach. I got a golf cart rented with big sand tires on it, so that'll be fun. And I'm gonna do some fishing. And they're having problems. No swimming right now. They're having the Portuguese man of war infestation down there. They're everywhere, all on the beaches and stuff. And if you don't know what a Portuguese man of war is, it's a type of like jellyfish, but it's not really a jellyfish. It's like really, really bad. You don't want to get stung by one. I mean, it ain't like those that Glenn had that'll kill you, but I think they'll probably make you wish you're dead if you get stung by one of them. That ain't true, Donald. That's some kind of sick. I don't believe that. I've heard that. I'm just not peeing on. No, I'm not, or nobody else is peeing on me either. I'll just deal with the pain. I heard hot water and vinegar. Yeah, will neutralize the sting. But you're right, Boris. They're not very big. They're like this big, 6 inches long at the most. But their tentacles are like, they can reach up to like 100 foot of tentacles. They're crazy. It's crazy, those things. They're beautiful. They're like a turquoise blue, and they're, you know, if you don't know what they're, look them up. They have a little bubble, and they float on top of the water. But the storms will blow them in, and they'll be on the beaches. And the problem is if you step on one with your bare foot and they're dead, they still sting you. So yeah, but they're all over the beaches down there right now. That's right, Donald can deal with it. Hey, Donald, I tell you what. when you eat one of them chocolate bars and your mouth's hurting, just pee on it, man. Come on. Yeah, Willie, I've been stung twice by the run-of-the-mill jellyfish. And the first time that I got stung, I got really, like, sick. Like, I threw up, and for like a day and a half. It was like I had a virus. And the second time, I was just really nauseous. And then I thought I got stung, but I didn't get sick or anything. So I was like, nah, I didn't get stung by jellyfish. But I had stripes on my legs, so thinking I did. I'm just getting used to the sting. But it's not fun. One of them, the first one, I was on a canvas raft and I was doing the riding the waves or whatever you call with the raft, and I fell off the raft, and I got up and I felt something on my back, and I had one stuck to my back that they had to pull off, and that was the one that made me sick. It was not fun. But I was probably 15 or 16 years old, so that was a long time ago. But they didn't nobody pee on me, I can promise you that. Well, I'm gonna tell you that Glenn's jellyfish, they had the little box jellyfish. They're about this big, and they'll kill you. Everything in Australia will kill you. What is it? The ring octopus, blue ring octopus, lives in the tidal pool. Got great white sharks, spiders, the funnel web spider. Everything down there will kill you. Except for koalas. Koalas won't kill you. All right. What's everybody smoking tonight? If you don't remember, or if you're just now joining me, smoking my Phil Rivara. Yeah. Got stung. Stung on your nose. And no one peed on it. Ed. Ain't nobody peed on me, nope. So I'm smoking some Peterson University Flake and a Phil Rivara Levite. What you guys? Oh, a blind tasting. All right, sweet. I need to get some of that amphora. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it. I knew what you were smoking, Everett. Everett's smoking Haunted Bookshop. Buddy's smoking in his new K-Woody from Briar Blues. If you don't know, not signed up. If you're not a Briar Blues insider, please sign up. BriarBlues.com. You'll be glad you did. Or maybe not, because you'll be spending all your money and giving it to Mike. 2020 Balkan Sobrani in your mirror. I figured it was a poker. Patrick's Pokers. And Willie smoking Captain Black's grape and enjoying it. Nice, Willie. I'm just kidding. Not smoking till after dinner. Yeah, that's one I want to try first, of course, because I'm a Virginia smoker. Would be the Northwoods and a Meerschaum Poker. That's another one I want to try. I've heard a lot of good stuff about that, although it does have Latakia, but I still want to try it. And then Solani's, I don't know what ABF is, Solani's, but he's smoking an LCS. I know what that is. I'm aging, Willie. The stuff you sent me, I'm aging. Okay, I'm giving it a little bit of age before I smoke it. But I am going to smoke it. But I just want to give it a little bit of age. Kirk, I've heard that too, and that's why I need to try it, because, you know, I did smoke the Frogmorton. Reverse Calabash Poker. Now, I would like to see that. I guess it's sort of like this one. This is a reverse Calabash. Needs to be cleaned, but it's, I don't know if that's considered a poker or not. Maybe a cherry wood, but that's a reverse Calabash. Drexel 6 is close to Frogmorton also. I've never heard of that one, Derek. Well, I've got, you know, Donald, I've got some, hey, Glenn, we were just talking about you. I mean, all good stuff, Glenn, all good stuff, Glenn. But I've got some Latakia in there. when I blend myself, because I know people like it, so I blend tobacco with it in it for them, but I ain't about to smoke it straight. There's no way. I have smoked straight Perique. It's pretty good. It's better than I thought it would be. It's not. Perique's almost like you just add a little bit and it gives that spice, but if you smoke it, you don't get that. I don't fully understand why that happens. You add a little bit more and it becomes fruity. So it's like the less you add, the more spicier it is to me. Glenn, we were talking about, I'm going to the beach next week and we're having a infestation of Portuguese man of war. It's like a jellyfish. And I said, it won't kill you, but it'll make you wish you're dead. I said, you know, Glenn, he's the one that's got all the jellyfish that are like this big that'll kill you. I'm like, but everything in Australia kill you, except for koala bears. But everything else will kill you. I'm trying to smoke this all the way down. I'm still trying to break this one in. And I'm having trouble keeping it lit. I think they're called like, I don't know, gyneconges or something. I don't know. Little box jellyfish. They've got some kind of like Japanese name. Hirakanjis, or I don't know what it is. Funnel web spiders. Uraganji, something like that. Yep. I don't know, Glenn. I mean, Glenn's doing just fine. He's, you know. Glenn's my age, so he's made it this far. Ah. Hey, Mark. Welcome in. Now, like, you know, I'll go to, it's funny that you say that, Mike. Like, if I'm going to cut grass, I go to the grocery store and I buy me one of those big Fosters. I don't get the Lager, I get the L, the Foster's L. And I'll go and I'll cut grass and I'll be sweating to death. And I'll come in and I'll crack that sucker open and I have it in the, and then when I pull that thing out, man, that's probably one of the best beers that I can have at that time. But I have to be hot and I have to be thirsty. But that's what I do, because we can get them for $2 here for a big Foster's. They have a blue label Foster and a green label Foster, and I get the green label. I think that's right. The green label's the L. It's Australian for beer. The oil can. It does look like an oil can. You're right. Like one of those old-timey oil cans, yeah. That's good. I love it. I love it. Man, I thought me and Glenn's gonna have something in common. I thought he was gonna say, oh man, I like it. Man, like, you can't even buy that stuff here. I'm gonna buy me some and take it to the beach with me for Thursday. I'm gonna be coming live from the beach. I'm gonna have me a nice Foster's there. Oh yeah. Another one that we do when we go to me and my brother-in-law. In the summertime when we get together, we're doing a cooking. We love to get the Red Stripes, the little bottles of Red Stripes, which is Jamaican beer, and a blooming onion is trans beer. It tastes like horse piss. That's why you got to be real thirsty to drink it, man. Yeah, I love Red Stripe in the summertime. I like Corona in the summertime. In the wintertime, I like Guinness. Colder months. Sam Adams in the spring and fall. Oh, all right. Thanks, Patrick. I'll do that. Thank you, buddy. Well, thank you. Where is it made, Glenn? I didn't know that. I just never read the label. I don't know. I mean, next thing you're gonna tell me is you don't even have any Outback Steakhouses there. Come on, no shrimp on the bobby. My Clint, my father-in-law was in the Navy and he was stationed over in Cuba, and that's where I learned about Red Stripe. He was telling me about Red Stripe one day, because that's what they would drink on the aircraft carrier when there's over in Cuba. And well, I'll ask you about that in a minute, Glenn. But I'd never heard of it, and then I was in the store one day, and me and my brother-in-law said, "Hey, there's that beer that your dad drunk when he was on aircraft carrier back, when he was in the Navy." He said, "Well, let's get some." And so we did. So that's kind of become a little bit of a tradition in the summertime, is getting us some Red Stripe. Well, that figures. That's false advertising. I thought I was becoming a Aussie by drinking that crap. Things you learn something new every day. Do they make beer in Australia, Glenn? I'm sure they do. Yeah, they call them prawns, but they call lobsters, what is it? They call them crayfish, don't they? And then they call crayfish yabbies, I believe. The little ones are yabbies, and the big lobsters are called crayfish, I believe. It's called Vegemite juice. Good Australian beer is reserved for Australia. Oh man, that would be fun, Willie. $1 Red Stripes. Man, I'd go. 25-cent wings, $1 Red Stripes. It's called heaven right there, baby. Prawns are prawns. I thought they called those big blue lobsters y'all have. I thought they called them something else. Oh no, they're big. They got some big old tails on them. It look delicious. Have you ever, Glenn? Have you ever eaten a witchetty grub? Wow. Yeah, those rock lobsters. I think they. No, I'm thinking of the spiny lobster that don't have claws. Like the ones in the Florida lobsters are spiny lobsters, but they just have spines instead of claws, but they have regular legs. I was watching the Survivor Man one time. He was in Australia. He was eating these big old, like a big huge maggot. He called it a witchetty grub. I don't know if Glenn's ever eaten one. He said it tasted like peanuts. I thought he was gonna say chicken, but he said it's got a peanutty taste. No, thank you. I'm not eating no grub unless I have to survive. I mean, I'll have to be on the verge of death before and probably somebody's going to feed it to me. Not. That's what I'm explaining right now, Glenn. Yeah, I'll have to be on my deathbed and of malnutrition, and somebody have to close my eyes and hold my nose and shove it down my throat before I. No, I've had actually the Guinness in Ireland when we went to Ireland, and it doesn't taste anything like we have down here. It was delicious, to say the least. I actually had a Harps and Guinness there. They called it a black, I believe it's called a black and tan, but one was less dense than the other, and it would like, I don't know, you had the Harps would be on the bottom and the Guinness would float on top. That was awesome. I don't know, but it was good. Black and tan. Yeah, I mean, if I had to eat one, it's gonna have to be cooked. I mean, crispy, like burnt almost. Yeah, they go and they find this. Hey, man. Hey, Raphael's in the house. How you doing, buddy? And there's Dan. Welcome in. We were talking about eating witchetty grubs. But I was watching, and they'll find this tree that's got this like a bubble on it, and it has a little bitty hole, and they'll whack it off with a machete, and then they'll take this little wire with a hook, and they'll reach it up in there, and they'll pull this thing out, and this grub, I mean, it looks like a big freaking, I don't know, the Teddy Ruxpin caterpillar thing. It's huge. Hope you're doing well, Raphael. Not working too hard. It does. Yeah, I've been there as well, Boris. It was an amazing trip. Me and my wife, we want to go back. Just everything there was beautiful. The coastline, the castles. It was so green. And I don't know if this is true, but they say there's no snakes on Ireland. So my wife was really happy about that. Oh, is that right, Glenn? That's pretty cool. Didn't know that. Yep, that's why the wife's like, oh, I'll live in Ireland. No snakes. She is deathly afraid of snakes. I don't mind snakes. I don't like spiders. that one's about empty, so we're going to move on to the Ridiche with some Robert McConnell original red Virginia. Smells like strawberries. Raphael just did a, yeah, I'm going to be transferring to the office soon. He just reviewed some Loch Ness. Sounds good, except it has Latakia in it, so I don't care too much for Latakia. And I'm trying to get him to do Edisto, since that's the beach that we go to. That's named after the beach that we always go to, is Edisto Island. But it is a Virginia. It does. It smells like strawberries. It don't taste like it, but it smells like it. It tastes like Virginia. Doesn't taste like any aromatic or anything. That's what my wife says. A good snake is a dead snake. You know, I could probably turn the porch light on. Hold on just a minute. I don't want to go inside. There we go. Now you might get my silhouette, but oh well, I don't want to go inside. Karen will just have to wait. Oh, I just lost everybody. Said Karen's gonna have to wait, and everybody left. Great. I'll go get Karen. I'll go get Karen. There. Are you happy now? Now look. Now everybody's coming back in. Hey, Steph. Welcome in. Burning the midnight oil, are you, Steph? She can't read, Derek, but I'll tell her. Now, Steph, I think you and Donald you're in Houston as well as Donald. Y'all both are down there. Oh yeah, I am working tomorrow. And there's Skip. Welcome in, Skip. Glad you're here as well. It's good to see you two in together. 4-day weekend. Yeah, the wife and kids are off tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow, but then they have spring break, so the whole week off. We're going down to the beach all week, and I don't have to work next week. I'm so happy. Okay. Houston is that big? Wow, I had no idea. See, I'm in a suburb of Charlotte, but I'm 30 minutes from Charlotte. But I guess you could be on the other side of Charlotte in another suburb, so it'd be, I guess, about an hour or 45 minutes. I get you. This Robert McConnell's pretty good. I think it's the only second bowl I've ever had of this. I think it's, I don't know, it's probably hard to get. I was in the McCraney's in Charlotte, and they had a bunch of Robert McConnell's in, and I saw the Red Virginia, and of course I had to try it. And to my surprise, I opened it and it smelled like strawberries. Gotcha. Donald, I don't know if you, I guess more toward Galveston, I guess. But I opened the tin of Robert McConnell, and all I smelled was strawberry, like strawberry shortcake. You know, if you remember the little dolls, they could smell, and it smelled, strawberry shortcake smelled like strawberries, or chemical strawberries. This is what it smelled like. It reminded me of strawberry shortcake. The doll, not the food. Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, I know where Henderson is. Yep. Let's see. Glenn, I think you would like them. You're a Virginia guy, so I mean, I like it. It tastes. It's a very smooth. Now I'm just. This is. I just started smoking it, and I don't remember the last time I smoked it. What it does mid bowl and the bottom of the bowl, but right now it's really enjoyable. Hey Phil, it is Friday for some. Steph and Skip, it's Friday for them. I was on a live with Phil and who were we? We were with who were we on with, Phil? Dadgummit, I forgot. Was it Mike? I can't remember who we were on with. Oh, Patches. We were on with me and Phil and Patches were on, and Phil was thinking it was, I don't know, Monday, and I think we were on, it was Tuesday. Like, no, Phil, it's Tuesday. He's like, oh crap. Yeah, Mike, Patches, and Phil's back. He's all mixed up with his days of the week. That was a fun little chat there that we had. Phil, buddy, you came in a little late. I started smoking the Lovat that you made, talking about how all 30 grams of this thing is awesome. But I smoked it all the way through, so I've switched pipes. Thank you again, Phil. I know you guys can't hear this, but we have a right across the street. It's a huge field. We got a pond down there, and there is a gray owl. No, a great horned owl that's down there, and he is just cutting a rug right now, hooting. And we have a chicken farm over here, so he's probably about to go get him some chickens. I just knew. I saw this that Phil was making it. I knew if Mike from Briar Blues saw this 30-gram Lovat, that Mike was going to get it. So as soon as I saw it, I told Phil, I was like, don't show Mike. I want it. Sorry, Mike. Get a little more light here so we can see. There we go. Now, I didn't commission this one. I don't know. Phil was just doing it. I asked him, I said, is that a commission? He said, no. But again, it's like you said, Donald. We were talking earlier, Phil. Donald was talking about he wants a pipe from you, but he wants you to make it. And he don't want to tell you what it is. He wants you to make it for him. And whatever, because he knows, you know, you'll make it for him. Yeah, there's a lot of crickets. We got a jet flying over right now. Um, but yeah, we have a lot of. You can hear the crickets. And right up the road, there's some kids playing basketball or something, and you may hear them every now and then. It's pretty cool. You can hear the crickets. Yeah, we were worried about you yesterday, Willie. I was on with Chad, took over for you guys, and did a good job. Um, gosh, we went. He did a really long live yesterday. It was fun. Yeah, Donald, I heard a squirrel just going nuts at your place, barking up a storm at you. I was like, Donald done ticked some squirrel off because it was going crazy in your tree. Hello, good evening. You can hear Kieran snoring. Yeah, same thing down here, Willie. We get these, you get the storms on Wednesday, we get them on Thursday, and then the cold front comes through and it cools down on the weekend. So we have yet to have a nice weekend. It's always nice during the work week. Oh, was that what it was, Donald? Your cat was chasing them? Yeah, it never fails. My wife hates them too. She's like, "Dadgummit, we can't get a stinking freaking weekend so far." But we're gonna be at the beach this weekend, so it don't matter. Amen, Steph. That's exactly right. Because in the summertime, I'm gonna be. I wish we had one of them cold fronts come through. People know I'm crazy, Glenn. They already know that's the crazy guy's house. What was one little girl called me? She said I'm a wacko. She calls me wacko. Does it look like I care what anybody thinks about me? No. I ain't hurting anybody. Just hope the cops don't show up. I've been to sort of your neck of the woods there, Odie. I flew into the Cincinnati airport, which I don't know if it's actually in Cincinnati. I think it's in Kentucky, but I did have some Skyline chili. Bill. Why did you send me that picture? You're just sitting down and you're sending me squirrel pictures. Now, I flew into Cincinnati. I was actually flying to Dallas. And they sent me to Cincinnati, from Charlotte to Cincinnati, then to Dallas. And a buddy of mine he called me, he's like, where you at? I said, I'm in Cincinnati at the airport. He said, man, you gotta get some chili. Well, chili down here is different than chili in Cincinnati. Chili down here has pork, beef, chicken, and then it has beans and onions and peppers. I mean, it's chili up there is just meat, and they put it on spaghetti, and then they put cheese on it. But it was good. But I was expecting something else. I thought, oh, okay, I love me some chili, and I go and I order it, and I get a plate of spaghetti with chili and cheese on it. I'm like, well, what is this? But not knocking it. It was good. But it wasn't what I expected. All right, Willie, you enjoy that pizza. Happy Easter to you too. Have a great weekend, my friend. Tell John we all said hello as well. Well, she's just a little girl, and actually she's a friend of ours, and the reason why she calls me Wacko is because my neighbor told her to call me Wacko. Because during a snowstorm, I decided to sleep out in a tent in the backyard in a snowstorm and do a video on it. And so the neighbor told the little girl to call me Wacko, so she calls me Wacko. That's the rest of the story. And now it's just a nickname that sticks. Hey, Wacko! Hi. I like that one. I like it, Steph. I'm the man with the most nicknames in YouTube, I think. Rob Whack. Only Phil can come up with that one right there. Well, everything in Texas I've never had anything bad as far as food goes in Texas, so. When I was in Texas, I've been to Texas many times. My business used to be down there. I used to go 4 times a year. I was just amazed that people weren't like, everybody was skinny. And I'm figuring that, I'm like, if I lived in Texas, I would weigh 400 pounds. By easy. All the food you got down there, I mean, we have churches and drugstores on every corner here. They have restaurants and restaurants on every corner in Texas. It's amazing. And every one of them's good. That I've been to. No, they don't. I didn't know that. I don't even think they do dessert in Texas, do they? They do brisket for dessert. I don't know if Raphael's still on here, but he was talking he's like, this is the time of year when all the people in Florida, the old people, move back up north And so we like half the population of Florida goes away. And he said, driving for the next 6 months is going to be awesome. Now that, Phil, is my weakness. Pecan pie. Pecan pie. However you say it. Depends on, like, a tree, we call it a pecan tree. But if it's made into a pie, it's pecan. So if it's on the tree, it's pecan. And if it's in a pie, it's pecan. And that's my story. That's my story. Oh. I've never had a key lime pie before. I've heard of it. I've just never had that. I mean, my favorite pie is pecan pie, or pecan pie, whichever way you want to say it. I like pumpkin pie, and I like sweet potato pie. Now, that's something I think Donald would say, Everett. I didn't expect that to come from you, so it was even more funny. She's my cherry pie. There's a place in New York, I believe it's in New York City, that we went to. I can't remember it, but it's they have this falafel sandwich. It's like a pita bread, and they put these falafels and the onions and tomato and lettuce, and they put this tahini sauce on it, and then they smash it. And people they were lined up for these sandwiches. I don't know if you've ever eat a falafel, but this thing was absolutely probably one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. I can't think of the place it was. I don't know if Patrick knows what the name of that restaurant is. Little, side right there. Just a little bitty place. I don't think you can sit inside. There's hardly no room to sit inside. So good. Yeah, falafel is, I love it. It's, basically chickpeas or garbanzo beans mixed with parsley and onions and stuff, and then they fry it. And man, it is so good. This was the best. We have um, some restaurants around here that are sell the falafels, but I've never had one like that, and that we had in New York. I just wish I could remember the name of the restaurant. I bet. Yeah, it's very coarse like cornbread. Exactly. This was green. I mean, it's fried like brown on the outside, but inside is like green, like fresh cut grass green. Ed. Cheesecake, yes, I love cheesecake. Cherry cheesecake, blueberry cheesecake, yeah. Caramel cheesecake. Flaky crack. I'm gonna steal that one from you. Oh, that's another one. Baklava. Yes, that's the flaky crack goodness. Like that honey glaze on it. Oh man, it melts, like dissolves in your mouth. Yes, they the Greek restaurant has them up here. Oh, that's good stuff. So good to make you smack your mama or Karen. Sorry. Yeah, it's the middle. I think it's Middle Eastern is, but the we get it at the Greek restaurant. I know it's like Iranian or uh, Egypt, all that. Hey Matthew, hope you're doing well. It's a beautiful evening in North Carolina. Got to be outside smoking if you ain't working. Been waiting on your dad to come in, Mr. Doug, but I haven't seen him. Hope he's doing well. Yeah, chickpeas or garbanzo beans. Same thing as like hummus. It's made out of the same thing. All right, now let me ask y'all this: Is it is it um is it a gyro or a euro? Hey Ed, how you doing? And y'all have to type it like I'm. It's this. I'm just when I go to the Greek restaurant, I want to get me I call it a gyro, but some people say a euro or it's the stuff with it's like a pita with lamb, onion, gyro, a gyro. See, y'all can't even agree on it. A soft G. I'm gonna give me one of them soft G's. I know what you mean though, Derek. You're go away. A hero. So it's a hero. I knew this was going to be difficult. I tell you what, the next person does live, gyro. I guess it's kind of like General Tso's chicken or General Tso's chicken. They know what you mean, so it doesn't matter. That's what makes it good, Donald. The tzatziki sauce. It's just mashed up. What is it? Sesame seed and oil. You can't have a gyro or a gyro or a gyro without tzatziki sauce. You can't have a falafel sandwich without tzatziki sauce. That'd be like eating like a tomato sandwich without mayonnaise. You can't do that. Now, I don't like cucumbers on my sandwiches. You know, Subway, they started, you can put cucumbers on your sandwiches now. I've never heard of such. Your cucumbers need to be pickled. It's the confused sauce. I am not about to pronounce that one. That must be an Indiana thing. I just not gonna put no cucumber on my sandwich. Cucumbers are for salads. Now, I will tell you, and I'll have to probably put this recipe up on one of my sites. One of the best salads I've ever had. It's called a honeydew and cucumber salad. My sister-in-law made it 2 weeks ago. Oh my word, it was so good. It was like had cucumbers and honeydew mixed with, gosh, what all was in that? I think it's like balsamic vinegar and sesame oil. Had peanuts in it. Green onion. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Sounds nasty, but it was delicious. You guys got to try that. I was telling my brother-in-law about that. We like to do stupid stuff. Yes, Donald, I said stupid stuff like that. But he was like, 1 million Scovilles? No, thank you. I said, try like 9 million. I said, this guy had snot running out all over his nose on live. He didn't care. Gyro. Tomato. I don't guess it matters because everybody's giving me different. Oh, did Buckeye come in? I didn't see him. Hey, buddy. We're just having a disagreements here on the live on how to pronounce a gyro sandwich or a gyro sandwich. I've asked these guys and everybody's giving me a different pronunciation, so that tells me that it don't matter what you call it. It's got to have, well, I say it has to have lamb in it, but some people down here don't like eating little baby sheeps and stuff, so they get it with beef. But I get it with lamb, and I like to have onion and tzatziki sauce on it, and whatever else they put on it. But those three I've got to have on it. Tomato too, I'd say. Yeah, I agree, Derek. But, you know, people down here, if it ain't chicken or beef or pork, a lot of people down here won't eat it. They don't like veal. We don't sell veal down here much. And then we'll do seafood, but or mutton. None of that. I've made some tzatziki, homemade tzatziki sauce one time by crushing the sesame seeds and oil and stuff like that. It took a while. I was like, now I'm just gonna buy it from now on. I do too. I like the Greek salads. I have my favorite pizza is actually a Greek pizza, and it's like a white sauce, but it has whole roasted garlic on it, artichoke, green onions, feta cheese. It is super delicious. Love it. Love Greek food. I'm getting hungry. Why is it we always end up talking about food? See, I trust Raphael. Raphael, I trust, is gyro. So that's what I'm going to call it from now on. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. I have actually heard of that, Phil. People that don't live down south, I don't know if y'all have this plant, but here in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we have something called the pokeweed. And I don't know if you've ever heard the song Poke Salad Annie. Elvis sung it, and then I believe it was Tommy Joe White or Tommy Joe White did the original. And but it's going to be coming up. Pokeberry, very, very poisonous. You have to get it young, and then you have to boil it, and then drain it, and then boil it again, and then drain it, and boil it again, and then you can fry it. Poke Salad Annie, that's what that song, but we have it everywhere down here. The pond down here, I've got a whole patch down there, and this time of year, I'll bring it back, and once I get it boiled, I'll fry it with fatback. And yeah, it's got to be good if you fry it with fatback. Yep. But it's free, it's cheap, and it's good. It's good for you if you cook it. If you don't, you die. And the berries go on there. They're very, very, some people call it Indian ink berries, because you can actually make ink out of the berries. They're they will stain anything and everything. Yep. Okay, so they do grow up that far? Yep. That's it. That's the stuff, Derek. I love it. I've eaten that stuff since I was a kid. My great-grandmother taught me how to cook it. I've always loved to cook. I've always been fascinated with cooking. I always would go to my great-grandmother's house and learn how to cook. She could cook, and I learned really how to cook from her and my grandmother. Yeah, no, it's not a fish. One of my lives, I'll show you what it looks like, and maybe I'll do a video on cooking it. But again, if I'm not responsible if you decide to go get you some weeds on the side of the road and cook it and you die, so just go ahead. Don't be blaming me, but I will show you what and how to do it. And we'll eat some one of these days coming up, because it's not quite ready yet. What is the Boris? What is the shark that y'all catch and they'll ferment? What is that called? I watched a video on that because somebody was talking about that the other day, so I looked it up and watched, because all that kind of stuff interests me. But it wasn't something like I wanted to try. Yeah, but the shark, the Greenland shark that shark lives deep, deep, deep in the water. It lives like 100 years old. I can't remember. It's special. Might be it. I don't remember. I'll have to watch the video. I got the video saved. But anyway. That's yeah, that's from Lonesome Dove. That kind of poke. Boris like adding me? I have no idea what he's talking about. Oh, that sounds very delicious, Phil. Get me some urass. I can't even talk. Some uric acid flavor. I need something that causes gout. I need that to be flavoring my meat. Yeah. I'm gonna go to town and get. No, I'm stopping. I can't. I have been there probably twice in my life where I'm like, I just wish I would just die. I'll never drink again, ever. Interdale does sound pretty good. I might have to smoke. I've got the K Woody on deck, and I've been thinking about what I'm gonna smoke in it. But Interdale, you just said Interdale. I'm gonna, yeah. What is the most poisonous dish that people enjoy is that, and that most people die from, is the puffer fish, where they slice it really thin, and then people eat it. I can't remember what that's called, but more people die from that than any other dish, according to Wikipedia. So everything on Wikipedia is true, you know. I remember the Simpson episode where Homer ate the puffer fish. Oh my word. Fugi, that's what it is. They have this thing, yeah, it may be, Phil, but they have this where you have to work 10 years to learn how to carve it and all this stuff. And if you puncture the liver, then it'll kill you and all this stuff. But no, thank you. I'm not gonna play Russian roulette. Mmm, that sounds good. Spaghetti souffle. Yeah, that makes sense, Phil. I figured. I'm not going to repeat that one, Dan. My dad, we were fishing for some topwater striper, and they hit topwater plugs, and we fish with big long tubular plug, and it's called a Zara Spook, and it's got like 3 sets of tri hooks on it. I mean, it'll hook. If you brush up against a fish, you're gonna hook it. Well, he hooked a freaking beaver one time. And I'm like, he's reeling it. I was like, what are you gonna do with that? He's like, well, I gotta let it. I said, just cut the line. I was like, if you pull that beaver in here in this boat, I'm out of the boat. I'm telling you, the beaver will. I heard somebody got their bit off by one of them beavers. So you don't pull that thing in the boat. So he got it up next to the boat, and that beaver was not happy, and he finally decided, no, it was probably not a good idea to bring the beaver in the boat. So he did. He cut the line, and just so. Well, you're crazy bringing a freaking beaver in this boat. And he wasn't trying to hook it. It was an accident. He wasn't trying to be mean or anything. He was throwing it out there, and sure enough, he thought he had a fish, and it was a freaking beaver. She said they could snap the line, Phil. Sea line. Whew. James. I believe it. Hey, Andrew. Welcome in. Hey, Kentucky. Welcome in too, buddy. We're just talking about beavers. The animal. James is like, okay, well, thanks all. Good night. I'm out of here. Just don't let it happen again, Andrew. You're excused this time. I don't even know what a Winonas is. Well, you'll have to ask Glenn if Glenn is still here. I doubt Glenn is still here, but I do know that platypus, they have a stinger on the back of their legs. And they lay eggs. Oh, wow. Congratulations on that one. We're all Navy here. My, on my wife's side, all naval. I did not serve in anything. Nothing like wine coolers and fishing. Well, that may be true, Boris, but I don't know how to tell the difference between a male and a female platypus, and I'm not going to go lifting up to find out. So I'm just going to treat them all as poisonous. But you're probably right. I think you are right. Really, the only platypus I've ever seen is on TV in that cartoon, Perry the Platypus. Octoplatypus. There's a dad joke. The dad joke of the night. All right, here's a dad joke for you. What kind of shoes do kidnappers wear? What kind of shoes do kidnappers wear? Hey, Todd. Yeah, I thought it would be sneakers. That's not it. Nope, not sneakers. White Vans. There you go, Donald. Donald got it. What do you call a cow doing jumping jacks? These aren't really dad jokes, but I learned these from my 13-year-old, but they're dad jokes now. A milkshake. Good job, Derek. uh, yeah, I thought the white vans was kind of funny. Oh, man. There's nothing like a book of dad jokes that'll keep a dad. I mean, that's like bathroom quality material right there. Yep, the platypus lays eggs. Only mammal to lay eggs. That's what we need. We need some platypus eggs and bacon. That'd be good. What do you call a cow with 2 legs? I don't know. You got me, Donald. What do you call a rabbit with no legs? A rabbit with no legs. Correct, Phil. A heifer. I like that. A heifer. A rabbit with no legs is unhoppy. Yeah, that's terrible. Unhoppy. I like the heifer. I mean, we're writing our own dad jokes here. What other channel can you do that on? I call it lunch, Donald. That's what I call lunch. Now that's not a dad joke. That's a Phil joke right there. Zeducation Sunday. All right. Well, yeah, crickets. Where's the crickets when you need it? Exclamation crickets or donkeys. We've been going for an hour and a half, and I've got a little bit more work to do in the house before our big trip for the next week. I'm gonna go in and get stuff going on. I want to tell everyone I enjoy you every Thursday, highlight of my week. You guys make me happy, and love each and every one of you guys. And thank you so much for putting up with me, and just sitting here having a good time. But I will be coming to you from the beach next week, next Thursday. I'll try to do another video. I'm trying to put one out kind of on Monday, Tuesday-ish, and then do the Thursday live. So, but thank you all for coming in and giving me the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Check out BriarBlues.com. Check out the BriarReport.org. 10bids.com. Thank you, everyone who showed up tonight. I hope you have a good night. Happy Easter. And God bless. Oh, I'm not getting burned, Boris. I sunscreen. Good night, everybody.